Are you still working on your game, by the way? As a general rule, when somebody says, like, I'm learning Unity to make a game, and then for several years they don't talk about it, it means that they stopped working on it, and you're being mean by bringing it up. I know you can't follow it day to day, but we want to be mean to you. That's pretty fair. That's what I get for being enthusiastic about something in public. That's my fault, basically. So when will it be released? The f***ed up thing is, I still think it was a really cool idea because I like old style RTSs. I like RTSs that have the same crunchy feel as like the original StarCraft, and I think there should be more indie games that like capitalize on that. You know, that's like a nostalgia niche that just hits good. And it's a relatively like low effort. I shouldn't say low effort. Every making a game is incredibly hard. I mean, like the barrier to entry, especially if you're doing it in like a crunchy pixel art style, isn't super, super high. It is very high effort for systems design and balancing, that's for sure. But I wasn't thinking multiplayer. I was thinking single player. Isn't the most fun part of RTSs the single player campaign anyway? That's why so many of these games suck, because the multiplayer is like good, I guess, but I like the single player campaign. And the single player campaign is basically just like random versus AI maps or whatever, you know? Multiplayer. The best part of StarCraft 2 was the campaign. The best part of StarCraft 1 was the campaign. This hell yeah, man. I always try to appeal to the sweat lord hardcore RTS multiplayer guys, but those people are just going to keep playing StarCraft or whatever. The SC2 campaign was not amazing. It was watered down, as if I recall correctly. I think there were parts of it that were really good and parts of it that weren't. The main thing that sucked about the StarCraft 2 campaign was the story. The story was so bad. There are so many memorable parts of the first StarCraft game, and the second StarCraft game turns everything into a Marvel movie. Literally, like it's the Marvelification of StarCraft. The first one is this grand space opera where characters are memorable if they have like 10 lines because everything is so big and extrapolated. And the second game is like, well, actually, what we really want to hear is a bunch of personal, like, romantic drama bickering. Yeah, Kerrigan's right behind me, isn't she? Literally. Kerrigan becoming Bug Lady, then saved was kind of lame. Dude, I don't even want to talk about that shit, man. I don't even want to talk about that shit. It's so sexist. It's so sexist, man. It's so sexist. The first one was so good. The StarCraft one, Kerrigan gets transformed, Queen of the Zerg, overcomes the hive mind. First a pawn of the Overmind, defeats the Overmind, takes over the Zerg, takes over the entire Kopulu sector, or whatever it's called. Makes the general from the UED kill himself. She's great. Great villain, right? And then they're like, well, Jim Raynor still wants to f her, so like we should kind of focus on that personal dynamic for game 2. And then game 2 hits, and it's like the big conclusion is he rescues her and Fireman carries her away after using a ancient, you know, Deus Ex Machina artifact to de-Zerg her. What the f***? They could have done so much shit so much more interesting than that. Like, for like, why reduce her that way? Like, Jim Raynor's just a human. Also, there's no way, like, can we be real here for a second? There is no way a Xel'Naga artifact could de-Zerg Kerrigan at that point. Kerrigan was more Zerg than Zerg. She was the most Zerg thing. Like, oh yeah, just like scrape the Zerg off and then you've got the human underneath. I don't think so, man. The power scaling on Kerrigan gave me the impression that she could tank a nuke at that point. I don't think underneath all of that she had like, well, yeah, she still got like a human figure more or less, you know? And why do they give her titties? And heals. I don't mind the heals as much in the original design because the impression that I got from StarCraft 1 Kerrigan was that she was just plagued human, basically. But then they give her this like integrated form in StarCraft 2 where she looks like a Marvel Rivals character. You know what I mean? Like at first I like there's this point where they went from like what if she was this up corrupted monstrosity to what if she had this like angelic like weird parallel thing going on. This is art from Brood War? Oh, is this older art? All right, well then invalidate my point. The problem goes back to the beginning. I thought this was like original concept art. Maybe this is like original. Probably didn't bother me as much because in the original StarCraft you don't get like 40-minute long cutscenes of Jim Raynor and Kerrigan like having food fights in the in the battle cruiser cafeteria or whatever, you know? The thing that pisses me off the most, though, even more so than all that bullshit, is the fact that Tychus was correct in the first game, and nobody treats him that way. Like, Tychus was like, hey man, you should assassinate the most dangerous thing on Earth, in the universe, and it's, like, objectively evil. But the narrative treats it like he's betraying Jim rather than Jim betraying humanity. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about it, except I clearly do. Can we move on? Yeah, mission to Tychus, kill quadruple Hitler. Do you have any idea how many people Kerrigan killed at that point? Do you have any idea? Genuinely, like, we're talking about trillions and trillions of people at that point. She took over a galactic sector. Like, an incomprehensible number of people. Yes, can we move on? All right. I don't want to talk about it. Talks about it a lot. Ain't it always like that, though? Ain't it always like that, though? Also, they made her Jamaican after she got re-Zergified or something. Woke? She was literally a red-headed white woman. And they were like, what if her only remaining Zerg feature was we gave her the bug hair and it looked like dreads? What am I supposed to do with this? Like, what? She's not white? What the f do you mean she's not white? You seen what she looked like in as a human? She's not that white. She's a redhead. What? There's all kinds of designs for her. She's pale white with red hair. It's just tan from Char. She wasn't on Char before she turned into the Queen of Blades. Okay, this is literally from the StarCraft 2 cinematic prior to her getting betrayed by Mengsk. Okay? What am I supposed to... Come on. They gave her dreads. They gave her bug dreads. What am I supposed to do with this, man? Have you heard of high yellows and red bone? Are you... Wait. I can't tell if you're trying to trigger me. Are you unironically arguing that Sarah Kerrigan is POC? Why? Why would you even do that? What's even the point? What argument's being made? What's the incentive structure? I don't understand. She became POC? Okay, well, she became, like, person of bug. You people are killing me. We're trying to talk about serious shit here. Like the collapse of our democracy, and all you guys give a fuck about is razzing me on my correct opinions on StarCraft. I don't want to. Look at her Brood War portrait. She has dreads in the original. In SC2, they removed them in the cinematic. I thought that was because of the, I thought that was because of her, ghost hair. SC1, human Kerrigan. Because she was a bug? No, when she was human. Okay, are these meant to be... We're kind of limited by the ambiguity of pixel art here. Are these meant to be dreads, or... I've never seen her this up close. Or is this just meant to be, like, straight hair? Dreads? I don't think they gave her dreads. Maybe they did. I don't know. I don't want... If they gave her dreads, then why would they give her straight hair in the StarCraft 2, but then give her dreads again in StarCraft 2 Part 2? Why would they go like, okay, she had dreads in the original, and then we're going to draw her like this in the sequel, but then later in the sequel, we're going to give her bug hair dreads. Why would they do that? This is how she's drawn. This is the photo that Jim Raynor has of her when he's jerking off in the bar at the beginning of StarCraft 2. Haha, I don't know. Okay. Well, that sounds like a goddamn personal problem to me. Person of chitin? That's pretty good. We need to stop. I say for the 18th time.